find out how I got the Filipino family onto the big screen. My mom come to this country as an immigrant, right? In like 68, 69. And just dealing with the racisms that she had to deal with and no representation. She goes to TV and she doesn't see anything that looks like her. Or, you know, her voice is not heard. She feels invisible. So the only thing she had was her immediate family, which was me and my sisters, right? 51 years she's been in this country. And now finally, 2022, she gets to go to a movie theater and see a movie about her, and everyone else is gonna watch it because it's just a movie about a family. They don't make humans like her anymore. You're not gonna see that now because she had to deal with that. And if she said anything against it, she was the bad person. You know what I mean? Even though she lives in this country and pays taxes and works here, you're still a guest. That's how they make you feel back then, right? So I saw all that firsthand. And then seeing my mom build a community around her was really inspirational. There was no internet. My mom had to look at people. And she'd see you at church. If she saw someone that looked like you at church, you can bet my mom was walking up to you at the end of church. Filipino ka? You know, I say that joke on stage, but that's real. Like, imagine that now. You can't do that now. That's hard. Just to introduce yourself to a stranger, just because you don't have anybody to talk to. She just wants to speak Tagalog to somebody, you know what I mean? Seeing my mom build that community and see my mom get like this Fil-Am community. We would rent Knights of Columbus Hall. We would do talent shows and all these Filipinos would hang out every Sunday. And that was kind of like, even though everyone was telling her no, she made sure everyone said yes. That's where I get my inspiration from. That's where I got my drive from.
When he was starting up, he always wants me to be there because I know for security. And I think if I'm there, I give him more motivation. And I gave it to him.
By the way, as a kid, we didn't have shit. Like, we were broke. My mom and dad were divorced to the point where she's grabbing shit out of our rooms and putting it in the balikbayan box. You know what I mean? And that's important. Like, I wanted to show that in this movie because you'll have a bigger appreciation and understanding for what it takes for an immigrant person to come to this country. It's like, yes, now they're living the American dream, but unfortunately that's not it for them. They gotta work even harder because they have another family back home that they gotta take care of. And that's what that balikbayan box was to me. You know, I cried during that scene because it brought back a lot of memories. Before we shot it, you know, I got that deal with Steven Spielberg and then COVID came. It's like, oh, I finally get a yes. And I got it from the GOAT of Hollywood, right? And now this pandemic's gonna shut that down. And now it's really not gonna happen again. We went through COVID and then we still shot it. And now here I am sitting on that set going, wow, this is about to happen. You know, when you do something for so long and you hear no's for so long, and I started crying and I was like, wow, I can't believe it. You know, I don't like to say hope because, especially when talking about this movie, because personally, this door is open. And if it's me that's standing next to that door, well, I'm the kind of guy that's gonna hold it open. Like, that's what I wanna do, because this is an individual. Like, this movie based on, you know, my family loosely, but it's more of a celebration for all of us, like the AAPI community. Yeah, it's specifically Filipino, but let's not forget Asif Ali's in it, Jimmy O Yang's in it, Jay Chandrasekhar's in it. Those are other Asians, you know what I mean? So we're holding this door open, and I want other stories to come through the door now. I want to see a Korean family. I want to see a Chinese family. I want to see other Filipino families, Latinos, Black, every single family. Let's just keep making these movies. We'll notice that we're all relatable. You know what I mean? Our stories are all the same. You know, if you came to me and told me that it's impossible, then you're talking to the wrong guy. You really are, because I've heard 1,000 no's and I still went out and I shot it and I did it. And, you know, I cried. There was times I wanted to quit, but I didn't. And you know what? It's gonna happen. Just stay focused and stay on your path and stay in your lane and tell your story. Hey, I'm Jo Koy and this is One Down. Thank you so much for watching me, and check out my new movie Easter Sunday in theaters August 5th. Mahal ng mahal kita.